believe
No
that's no
score.
score.
Which is no score.
We're all doing
45
our
scores.
20.
Yeah. Shoes and socks off there, Matt.
It was one of them moments where you're like, I'm sure it's no score, but I'm waiting for Paul Higgs to join in.
Sean Griffiths.
Sean Griffis joins in, though.
Fly your car 20.
Hardest dart to throw in a match is the one that wins it. As Sean Griffis has just demonstrated. But if he's going to get more darts to win it, he's going to need to do a lot more to get there first. We go back to 501.
Slam it in.
Game shot and the match. Sean
What a
Griffiths.
super start to the day for Sean. Not so for Sedlak. The 2 points to go to Sean Griffiths in our opening match of the day. Coming up next after a short break, Ryan Murray against Chris Gilliland.
Car 170.
161, the highest of the week so far.
60. Chris car 10.
We've asked the question of Chris Gilliland. Lost all his games yesterday. Lost the opening leg of this one.
Game shot on the second leg.
Hits
Chris
back
Gilliland.
with a 13 darter. I said the only person who will know the answers is Chris Gilliland. It doesn't appear to have rocked him that much.
Nope, away from the
T8.
trouble.
Tops.
Game
And
shot on the
there's the
third
breaker's
leg. Chris
throw.
Gilliland.
That Chris Gilliland would have needed. It's a 13 followed by a 14. Better than the hits.
Yeah, focus is more on the negatives than the positives. Nothing negative about this performance, though, from Chris Gilliland.
Game
As he
shot on the
tops
match.
the
Chris
double 10,
Gilliland.
and after losing the opening leg of the match, which was a 17 dart hold from Ryan, reeled off legs of 13, 14, 15 and 14 for an average of 104.15. Well, our final two players of this Group C are up after the break. Chris
12.
Is right on the wire. That should be more of a friend than a foe, you'd think, the way that Neil
Game
Duff
shot on the
starts
second
land.
leg. Neil Duff.
That one is pretty much bang in the centre. I think we could get the tape measure out, and he's probably thrown it in there better than I could place it.
And
No, I've
99.
been having a great big Chinese and a couple of beers. That'd have been my plan. That leaves 42. Double 16.
Game shot on the third leg. Chris Wickenden.
Well, that will be a bit of a settler.
Here he is again. Those high two-dart combinations.
Game shot on the sixth leg.
This
Chris
time
Wickenden.
gets the result. Levels it up.
Best leg of the match so far there.
46.
Well, I'd be happy enough with that, Matt. Even 56. Unless Neil Duff.
Game shot on the
Confined.
match. Neil Duff.
The double 16 off the back of 146. Where on earth did that come from?
Neil
Well,
car
That
20.
first start in the ball, you couldn't have put it in a better position. High, left the open
Game
bed.
shot on the second leg. Ryan
and he
Murray.
just slotted the second bullseye in. It was perfect for him. But
Game shot on the match.
what
Ryan
a
Murray.
performance from Ryan Murray.
Car 40.
And all this obviously relevant for the conversation of Sean Griffiths.
Game shot on the second
He's
leg.
that
Neil Duff.
player on the stage right now who had all that expectation. He had good sponsors, good backing, he had a tour card, office and everything, and never really continued the upwards trend that he was on at the time.
Yeah, I think it's very hard when that becomes your sole income. then. And if you've got a family or a young family, kids, whatever, and a mortgage, the pressures then from that part of your life are
100. Sean car
become a massive part of
123.
your playing career, and it's a hard enough game at the best of times.
And in the last leg, Neil Duff hit a big
Game shot on the
177
fifth leg.
to lead
Sean
the double
Griffiths.
12. Sean Griffiths Finds a big 180 and then takes out the 1-2-3. Both players very good at the back end of those legs. 5.
Game shot on the match, Neil Duff.
Great.
Christian O'Connell,
There's
42.
also a partnership in place for those players over 50 through the Seniors Tour as well.
Yep.
Game shot on the second leg, Chris Gilliland.
15 darter, backed up. The 14 dart break of hold, and he averaged 104 in the opening match of his day. Chris Gilliland, he's averaging 103.66 here. Evidence of his high ceiling, like I say, across the course of Group A. Our biggest fear, which why we questioned the favouritism for this group, was how was he going to respond after the disappointment of yesterday? How would he deal with losing 5 on the spin? Chris Gilliland looks to wrap this one up 4-1. Still averaging in excess of 100, 102.83. That's the current average.
130. $133. Chris O'Connell, 91.
There's the 51.
Game shot on the match, Chris
Gilliland closes this one out with an 11 dart leg. An end average of 104.96. Wickenden improved there, 89.18 himself, but it was nowhere near enough. Let's never mind go there with such a positive attitude.
40.
Absolute belief from start to finish.
12. Even
in adversity, when he was way behind against Jim McEwen and looking like he was going to go out.
Game shot on the third leg. Griffiths Sedlak.
Bit low. And is this the moment that Neil Duff can set himself up for those 9 darts that we mentioned that he's going to need to find? A big slap on the leg. Frustration from both players up there on the stage. Both players will feel they should have won this already.
20, which would have given him a combination that only requires the 1 treble. Maybe all academic.
85. Neil Car 136.
This could be the last chance we get to see a tumblers finish. We said we see him when Neil Duff's on stage. He's won a game with a 146 from nowhere.
120.
And he nearly followed it with a 136. Again from nowhere.
Yep.
Game shot on the match.
But it is Vidislav Sedlak who picks up his first win of the day, and it's the first defeat of the day for Neil Duff.
Manuel Car 110.
3 years to the day that I made my England debut.
Did you have a pair of those naughty red trousers?
I did. Don't know where they are.
Game shot on the third leg. Ryan Murray.
140 of this match so far.
100.
But that's going to make him feel good. His second 180. This one is warming up.
It's far from over. Oh, look at this for a response.
108.
And look at the angle of those darts. Flatter again. It weren't angling down, a bit Phil Taylor-like, when he throws with that purpose. Oh, my. Oh, wow.
Ryan Murray.
Ryan Murray's last 9 darts. 121, 180, 157 finish. Chris Wickenden hit a 140 and a 180.
7th final leg. Ryan to throw first. Game on.
Didn't even get a shot.
Those years on the Pro Tour.
Game shot on the match. Ryan Murray.
Ryan Murray closes it out with a 12 darter, followed by a 13 darter and 180s in each of the last 3 legs to turn that one right around. Finish with a 96.89 average. When we come back after a short break, Sean Griffiths would be taking on Chris Gilliland.
Visual car 19.
Teased on 2 ton plus outs. Ooh.
Game shot on the
I
second
think
leg.
that was on purpose, though.
Visual
Can he
car
bookend
72.
the match with 272 finishes? 48 for 24. Or as in leg 1, 16-16 tops.
Game shot on the match. Chris
And whether
Gilliland.
he plays his best game or a game, Chris Gilliland is picking up the points today. He didn't win a single game yesterday, but today he hasn't lost a single game. That is 3 from 3. One player you can counteract with another.
132.
Be a good game of top trumps, this one.
Seen this go close today.
Game shot on the fifth leg. Nailed off.
Such a showbiz shot. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Your blends. 132, ball, double 16. 12 darter.
6 leg Ryan to throw first. Game on.
World Championship against Bristol.
97.
170 from Lloydie to win the match play.
170 for Edgar to beat Gary Anderson.
Yeah, you've never really mentioned
Game
that.
shot on the 6th leg. Ryan Murray. Neil the car 51.
Take the darts more serious. It's tops. For
Game
Neil
shot on the
Duff.
match. Neil Duff.
And Neil Duff gets it wrapped up in a really good tussle there between the two. It could have gone either way. It was to and fro, but it's Neil Duff that gets over the line and gets himself to 6 points. We'll see him one more time later on today. Before then, we've got the table topper Chris Gilliland coming up next. Keep 2 places open. Chris Gilliland continues to win. It'll essentially close off one of those positions. He's only hit 180 today, but that one just as good as.
Certainly in terms of the context of the leg, because
67. Chris Car
he should get at least a dart at the ball.
Will be double 5.
Game shot on the
It
third
will
leg. Chris
be
Gilliland.
double 5. It gives that a bit of a fist pump, a nod of approval in the background there from Sedlak, who was doing that phantom dart.
4th leg Vitelli.
24 after 12. Wow.
12.
Well, you can have a go at that 10 times and not be able to do that. Put it that close and not hit it.
It is a bit of a reprieve.
Game shot.
That was the only chance he was going to get as well. You don't feel Chris Gilliland would have missed again. Leg from Chris Gilliland. This would put him clear at the top of the table by a couple of points.
Game shot on the match.
Started this match at the top of the table. He'll finish the match at the top of the table. It has been perfect so far from Chris Gilliland today. He is the runaway player in this group. Coming up next, we're going to the bottom end of the table to see Chris Wickenden take on Sean Griffis.
So in the group at 6 to 5, Dan Reed 9 to 4, Martin Turner 5s, Johnson 15 to 2, Collie 9 to 1.
Game shot on the second leg. Sean Griffis.
That is a beauty, a 12 dart hold. I say you can play all the county you want, but it's a completely different ball game.
159. Sean Car 106.
It's a big setup though. Really has asked the question here of Sean Griffiths on this 106. And he will come back at the double 12, and that will be to level us up,
58.
to break the throw
24.
and have the advantage of throw. This is a big moment, not just in this game, but in the group, in Chris Wickeden's week. One more chance.
Game shot
And he
on the
does
sixth
not
leg.
let
Chris
it
Wickenden.
slip by. He is now probably the favourite to win this by having the advantage of the throw in this last leg. For the match. Again comes low. This double 10 might be a more suitable shot. Chris Wickenden gets his first victory here in the Super Series. It's 2 points on the board and he keeps his hopes alive. But just
10.
Been a bit of a feature today. Neil Duff this.
Game shot on the first leg.
Continues.
Neil Duff.
15 darter, 110 checkout and a breaker throw.
Game shot on the fourth leg. Chris Gilliland.
Oh, Gilliland.
1. Chris Yukar,
the
24.
frustration is visible there. There was 2 well thrown darts. After the first dart went it on the top wire, was certain he was about to hear Paul Hinks call game shot.
Neil Yukar, 40.
Now do so.
3 darts in hand. Get it done. Usually pretty good up here.
Game shot in the match.
He is pretty good up here in a very, very tidy performance from Neil Duff that produced 3 180s, 4 out of 8 on the doubles, and a very impressive 12 dart breaker throw. Penultimate game when we come back after this short break. Short replicate over and over and over again.
Sean Yukar, 118.
He missed tops at this exact same shot in the last leg. He does not do it twice. Sean Griffis is one of only 3 players so far in this group who have been able to take out a tumpless finish.
And Yukar, 66.
Feel quite as important after that visit. Could stay there. No, 11 and tops.
Game shot.
In it goes. Ryan Murray picks up his final 2 points of the day in his final match.
Just shy of a 27 running average for the season. That's per dart.
Game shot on the first leg. Vitas Sedlak.
That is the first tumpless finish today for Sedlak, the 112.
He's giving it a second look. Another one of those for double 18. Wow, what a finish from Chris Wickenden. Again, multiple darts for Wickenden, who trailed 3-0. And looked absolutely out of it. Yeah. Vyacheslav in the background cannot believe it as Chris Wickenden completes the comeback, winning 4 legs to 3.